Okay, hello everyone. Today we're going to be installing an EasyView DRO that I picked up on Amazon on the mill, and I went ahead and mounted the bracket. This is probably going to go on the upper bar of the sawmill, and this is going to get mounted on the base. I'm going to have to change that mount to this one. Wow, an L bracket will go here instead. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then once I get this all set up, we'll go out there and we'll figure out where we're going to put it. So hopefully I can take you through that, and we shouldn't have any issues. So let me get started on setting this up, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, so we're out here by the mill. I came out a little earlier and to check this out. And what I found is mounting it. The way I'm going to have to mount it is the bracket on the sensor itself is going to have to be even with the bottom. But I'm going to have to build some kind of a mounting bracket to mount to this base. I can't mount to this. This has to be as close to zero as possible. This would be an absolute zero right about there. But I can't do that. So what I'm going to have to do is build some kind of a bridge here or a bracket. So when the head comes up, it takes it close to zero as possible. And so that's what I'm going to have to do. That's going to take me a while to fabricate. I got to come up with something. I'm kind of thinking maybe an L bracket coming, out this way so I can mount it, and then up a little bit, and I'll pre-drill and then tap it in with I guess 632s would be fine, or 832s. Yeah, 832s would be just fine. So that's what I'm going to have to do. This scale I'm going to keep here anyway, in case this does fail. And this, however, probably not really sure yet. I might mount it here. I don't know where I'm going to mount it yet. We're going to have to figure that one out. Or I could just I can take it off of this, because it does have magnets. Now let's see something. If I can, yeah, I could put it right there. I mean, that would be fine. Right there in the back, or hell, for that matter, I could leave it right here. I could do it there. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I'll figure it out. That's the whole thing. It's a hit and miss type deal. It's a trial and error. So, especially me, I'll go through something 2-3 times before I'm satisfied. So yeah, that's what I'm going to have to wind up doing. I'll make that bracket, and then I'll start marking some holes, drill them out, and then tap them, mount this thing, and we'll get it working. All right, so as soon as I get that bracket mounted, I'll bring you guys back on. You can see what I'm doing and what I came up with, and we'll mount it all together, and we'll just take it from there. All right, until then, guys. All right, so this is what I came up with. I fabricated, I had a piece of steel in my garage. And I know I could have went out and bought an L bracket, but this is the exact size I needed. So plus it had a pre-drilled hole in there. So I just cut the steel down to what I needed and shaped it, and then gave it a weld. So it didn't come out too bad, and I will spray paint it the same color as this. So like I did with these brackets that I made for the motors, I'll do the same thing. And now this comes up just right. So if I was to mount that like right there, and now I could take this and what I could do is take this here, and now I have it. It's just where I want it. I'll go ahead and now mark this, and I'll drill my holes where I want them, where I need them. And this metal here is actually thick enough I can drill and tap it. And I'm going to do the same to this bracket that I made. I'll drill and tap that too, and probably use 632 screws for that. And then this, I don't know, I got to see what I can, what size screws I have. Well, we'll see. Maybe a 10. No, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I have. I'm not really sure what I have. But anyway, that's the plan. So that's going to be my next step. I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill all of that stuff, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I got before I mount everything. So we'll be back. We have all our holes are drilled and tapped. I wound it up using 1032 screws. It's a nice round head. It fits the application just right. So everything is drilled and tapped. Well, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to mount it, and let's see how it works. We're going to do it manual. I'll disengage. I'll disengage this motor so I can use the hand crank up and down and see if it works properly. So let's go ahead and do that. I got this this bracket is going to wind up going in here somewhere like that. All right. Get that screw down there. Everything should fit pretty good. I made sure that all the holes were marked in the right locations here. Let me get this nice and tight because of vibrations. I think I have to take that off again to spray paint it yellow anyway. So when I do that, I think I'm going to add a lock washer in there, and just to be sure, because the vibration may go ahead and shake that loose. And I'm going to do the same to the top bracket. I'll go ahead and put a lock washer in there too. So let's get the bracket, the actual gauge itself. So this is going to get mounted here. This is going in here like so. And like I said, I'll put a lock washer in here too. I don't want the screws falling out. When I did the modifications to the mill, I used everything was lock wash. I didn't do any welding. I didn't have to do any welding to the mill at all. What I did was I made these brackets and I wound up bolting everything together because I found that it was just easier that way. And I think it's not stronger, but for this application it worked out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish screwing this in. And then I got Gotta just get that bottom piece in there now. Then I'm gonna have to get from the other side. I'm gonna just get it from here. I should be able to screw that in. Oh. It's hard to get my hands in there. Yeah, I have to move that down a little bit, don't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to, yep. I'm gonna have to move that bracket down, so I'm gonna take a break here, and I'm gonna move that bracket down. I might have to make that hole a little wider so it fits good. What I wound up doing, I wound up taking the whole thing off because it was easier to actually get that screw back there. This pulley is kind of in the way, lining up the threads and stuff. It's kind of, I did it like really super close. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put this back on here, and then we'll see where we're at, how it works. So, yeah, that pulley is definitely in the way. I could have picked a better spot, but not me. Let's see. Let's get it up this way. And, oh, damn. All right, let's see. Oh, that seemed to went in nicely. All right. It's all about angles. We'll tighten this up. Like I said, I'm going to have to take everything apart anyway to paint that bracket and match in with the rest of the mill. Nice. And then this has to get lined up with that. We have another screw here someplace. And let's see, how's this? Ooh, nice. That went real nice. Like I said, I'm gonna have to put lock washers in here. I would feel better if I had the lock washers in. So, okay, we got that. Well, that looks like it's gonna work. It's actually even straight. So let's now get this meter hooked up. This USB gets plugged into that, and we're gonna, for now, put it. I don't know. Just can't put it here. I don't know where to put it. I'll put it here. How's that? All right. So let's get this and disengage that lock, releasing that motor, and we'll be able to hand crank it. And there we go. And yeah, it seems to work. Let's see. Let me zero it out. So all the way down. All right, that's all the way down right there. I may have an issue. I'm going to find out. I might have to adjust that. So let's see what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and zero that out and bring it up. It seems to be pretty close with this. Oh. This is 18. All right, so I got to move that. As you notice, it was pushing over this way. So what I'm going to have to do is re-drill this hole out and align that better. I can actually loosen this up. There you go. So it's not bending it like crazy. But I think what I'm going to have to do, yeah, that's 18 inches. That's all the way at the very top end. So wait a minute. So if I zero it out here, no. Depends, I guess, where the cant or the cant would be. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that one out. But anyway, let's bring it all the way down. And let's see where we're at. Okay. And that's 0, just right where we started from. So I think this is going to work out. What I'm going to have to do is just adjust this. I'm going to have to move it over that way some more. Yeah, I'll do that because it's easier to actually tap this metal. For some reason, I had a difficult time drilling through that. It was a very hard steel. I wound up burning a bit on that one. Bits are cheap anyway, so what the hell. That's what happens when you buy cheap bits, I guess. So what I'll do is, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make another hole, move this on over to the left, and we'll give it another shot. When I get that done, we'll be back, and we'll see how it worked out. Okay, so we're back. What I wound up doing is I went, I don't know, maybe about 3/4 of an inch over to the left. And so the alignment's a lot better. And I think this is going to work out just fine. So I think what I'm going to wind up doing is probably zeroing this after I make my first cut. I'll take the blade to the very top of the cant, which I'll zero this, and then I'll know exactly where I am. You know, like I want 2-inch boards, so I come 2 inches down, then down to 4, then down to 6, and so on and so forth. And that's the way I'm going to probably use this. There's probably other ways to use it, but that's the way I'm going to use it. I know you could do presets in here also, so I'm going to have to play with that and figure that out, how that works. But as far as you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. If you can see that, you'll see it's pretty damn accurate, I'll tell you that. So, yeah, and looking at this readout and this scale, it seems to be right on the mark. I mean, it's right on the mark. I mean, this will be probably a lot more accurate, no doubt about it. So the next thing I'm going to probably wind up doing is taking this, and I think I'm going to mount it. I'm going to probably wind up mounting that here, because this mounts here like this, and then and it's on a swivel. So I think what I'm going to do is wind up mounting it here. I think that's the best place to put it. Or what I can do, I can probably wind up putting this, mounting this at the controller end. So I think I might have 2 pair spares going through that multi-cable. And I might be able to, yeah, I might be able to do that. And if I'll probably be able to put this on the controller itself. So I'll know from the controller without, going away from that exactly where it'll be. And I think I'm going to wind up doing that. That sounds like another project down the road. I'm into a lot of stuff, so. So the next thing I think we're going to be doing is, the weather's beautiful now, so I'm going to be cutting wood again. And I want to demonstrate, like I promised you guys the last video, how the controller and the wireless remote works with the machine, and let you be the judge on how that works out. I know I went overboard with it, but it was a long winter. I had nothing else to do, so that's what I did. It was just every time I got done with one part of it, I said, well, what if this or what if that? And I just started going crazy with that. And it turned out to be what it is. And I think it's pretty nice. So would I do it again? Probably not. Probably not. It was a lot of work, but it was fun. It was a fun build. This was fun. The secondary box. This is the power relay box. Let me see if I can get you guys to take a closer look at that. Let me get you on over there. Hold on a second. I'm gonna move all of this. Get this over here. And let's see if we can get it here. Bring the camera down. See if I can get you to take a look what's going on in there. Give you a little explanation of that, why we're here. All right, I guess right there is good. I think you can, I think that's pretty good, yeah. All right, so here, you take this stupid thing off now. I think I'm done with that. So what we have here is everything is color coded in here, so I know exactly what everything is because I can look at my prints. All my prints are color coded. Everything is labeled nice and clear. So if I ever had to troubleshoot this thing down the road, it'll be very easy to do. So like I said, I have the three colors: blue, yellow, and red. These are the two power relays where if something happens or if I forget to leave the brakes on, these two, when the brakes are on, both these relays are not active. They're not closed. So it actually doesn't allow power to get to the motors, either one of them. So you can call for forward or reverse or up and down all day long. It's not going to happen until you release the brake, electric brakes. When you release the brakes, it senses that the brake is released and it'll flip on that relay. So if I take the brakes off of the drive motor for the head going back and forth, that relay would close, allowing power to pass to the motor. If I take the brakes off the head going up and down, well then that relay will close and allowing power to get to the motor, so that'll work. It's a pretty simple system, basically, but it works well, and I'm glad it worked out, and that's basically it. Now, we'll take you through how it actually operates, and we'll see you then. All right, until then, take care, guys.